Hi job seekers, welcome again to Let's Get Working. Today we're going to be interviewing Jodie here, who is a Nova Disability Social Facilitator. So today I'm going to be asking Jodie about her experience with looking for work, finding work, her roles that she's done at work, and then also what she does at Nova. So hi Jodie, thank you for agreeing to come and be interviewed.
Hello, that's fine. Glad to be here.
So then tell me about your experience when you've been looking for work.
Well, I started looking for work, I think, probably around 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was really difficult at first because you'd get people that would hear you're in a wheelchair and then they'd be like, no, we don't want someone in a wheelchair. Or they wouldn't say that, but they would pretty much make up some reason why it would be too difficult for me to get a job with them, which was, really upsetting because I just really wanted a job, and I would have done anything to get into it, but I wasn't really given a fair go. I had one experience where I got to the interview stage and rang sometimes I used to not say anything about being in a wheelchair until I got the interview, just so they would judge me on my skills, not my physical abilities and disabilities. So one time I got to the interview stage of a office job, like at a mechanics workshop, and the man rang me and asked if I'd like to come in for the interview. And I said, oh yeah, that's excellent, I'm very excited. Just wondering if you've got any stairs. And he said, why is that? I said, well, I'm actually in a wheelchair, and I was a bit nervous about saying it. And then he said, oh, really? Well, I don't think that our office is very equipped for someone in a wheelchair. So maybe we'll just forget about the interview. And I was about, I think, 19 and a bit naive and just kind of said, oh, okay, that's fine, and hung up the phone, and I was a bit upset, but I didn't really say anything or stand up for myself. But if that happened now, he'd be in court. But, so that was really hard. So I had lots of experiences like that. But then I've also had some really good experiences where I've, gotten the job that I really wanted, and which surprised me. But then I've proved myself once I've been in there. And then they realise that I'm just like anyone else.
Yeah. So you said, I'll just go back a bit, you said that you'd take the guy to court. Why was that? Why is that you do that?
Just because that's basically discrimination, so
But if the place isn't suitable?
But without actually seeing me in person and knowing, like he's just going off what his imagination and picture in his head is of me.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely discrimination. If he met me and I came in and I couldn't physically get into the office, and there was no way to change it or whatever, then that could be a little bit more understandable. But by not even seeing me, I would class that as discrimination.
Okay.
So he'd be in trouble.
Right. So what kind of jobs have you done that you've enjoyed?
I've had a fair few different jobs. I was done a lot of office jobs where I've just done admin, answering phones, things like that. I can't really say I enjoyed them. There's been a few various different roles. But just to give you some idea of what I have done, I've worked as a promotional consultant where I worked in shopping centres selling a mathematics program for children at school. Yeah. So I was one of those annoying people in the shopping centres that tried to stop everyone shopping. Yeah. So that was okay, but it was very challenging because you'd just get people that would swear at you and walk off and not even look at you because they just didn't want to be bothered, which I can understand. Yeah. But we always used to make it fun by putting on accents and things just to entertain ourselves throughout the day. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then I've also done telemarketing, which that was not my kind of job.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was pretty desperate. And then I've also I worked as a customer service representative for Ticketek for 3 years, which was really fun. I made some great friends there and got some great perks. We got free concert tickets and, like really good stuff there. And they used to have great team environments and things.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And so, how long have you been at Nova now, and what is your role? What does your role involve?
It's been almost 3 years now, coming up to 3 years in July, and Disability Social Facilitator was just a name that I was given because we didn't really know what to call me. But basically, I am in charge of the social media side of Nova Employment. So our Facebook page, I run a website called Can Do Ability, where I write stories and blogs about inspirational people with disabilities, inspirational stories involving people with disabilities, things like that, getting out different reference websites, things like that people with disabilities can use and have an advantage by using them and getting into the workforce or just succeeding in their life.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for your time. Would you give any tips to someone looking for a job?
Just be yourself, but I think it's always a good idea to try and sell yourself on your skills, not on your physical abilities. So, it's a personal choice whether you want to disclose right away whether you've got a disability, but to me, it's always worked best, I think, if it's like an element of surprise.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, and just always be confident and know that if it's not the right time for you, the right job will come along eventually if you keep going.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
And I guess, you got to be careful a little bit with the element of surprise depending on your level of disability. And,
obviously it would take be based on different cases and yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for your time today, Jodie.
That's okay, thank you for having me.
Well, I hope it's been helpful here on Let's Get Working. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. I'll put Jodie's link up on our website and you can have a look at that. And have a great time looking for work. I'll see you next week. Bye.